Now at 5, the clock ticks
We certainly hope that they can work together and keep the government open.
to find a way to keep funding the government.
We made some progress, but we still have a good number of disagreements.
Tonight, the final push in a shutdown showdown. And the Senate with just 7 hours now to figure out something.
Yeah, if they don't, all non-essential government employees would be put on unpaid leave. Things like national museums and parks would close, and unemployment benefits and other government assistance could be delayed.
CBS 4's Weijia Jiang is live tonight on Capitol Hill. So, Weijia, what are you hearing? Are we any closer to a vote or a deal or what?
Rick, the best I can tell you is that they are still working, they're still crunching and still negotiating. But we do know that President Trump invited the leader of the Democrats in the Senate to the White House today. And after that, GOP leader John Cornyn came out and said the president asked Chuck Schumer to come back and work with Republican leaders to find a solution, adding now it's in their court.
Mr. President, what are you doing to stop the shutdown?
President Trump ignored questions about a looming government shutdown Friday, though his actions were loud and clear. The president invited Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer to the White House, hoping to strike an 11th-hour deal.
We made some progress, but we still have a good number of disagreements.
The motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
The Republican-led House passed a short-term bill late Thursday to keep the government open through February 16th, but Democrats are prepared to block it in the Senate.
The bill keeps the federal government open. It extends the state children's health insurance program. This vote should be a no-brainer.
But the measure does not include a fix for DACA, a program protecting young immigrants brought here illegally as children that President Trump is phasing out in March.
Shame on the majority party, the Republicans, for saying that's the best they can do.
The White House says the president is ready to sign the short-term bill should the Senate approve it. If it fails, both sides are ready to play the blame game.
This is purely an attempt by the Senate Democrats in order to try and get a shutdown that they think this president gets blamed for.
A Republican is in the White House. Please do not shut the government down.
Senator Schumer has floated the idea of a 4- or 5-day extension to buy time to negotiate. If Congress fails to find a solution, the shutdown will begin at midnight on the first anniversary of the president's term.
Actually, President Trump was supposed to already be at least near you guys at his Mar-a-Lago estate at this hour, but instead the White House canceled that trip for today. It's unclear if he will head there tomorrow because there is a scheduled fundraising event for the Republican Party and a celebration of the president's one-year anniversary. But unless this thing gets wrapped up, we expect he will stay in Washington. Rick?
$100,000 a plate for that dinner at Mar-a-Lago. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering if the president's coming. Thanks very much, Weijia. And